Saigon, Vietnam, 2025, March. Join me on this 4K walkabout. What we shall do and what we shall talk about, I don't know. But if this is your first time to my channel, instead of just ASMR, I talk. So when I do my walking videos, there's probably a much bigger market and not talking, for sure. Personality, giving away too much personality can be divisive to people. But alas, I talk a lot, so you're gonna get me talking. I think we're gonna try to go to District 9. We shall see as the day progresses. We're gonna switch between cameras, I do believe, as well. So it might be all 4K, or we might switch to the 2.5K camera. Finish this. We are on a Sony phone for the video. I do have a microphone attached. I don't know if I'll use that audio or the phone audio. Very hot today. This would be the new metro system. So we're going to take the new metro system out to the second or last stop. We're going to go miles out here. Which would normally take about 50 minutes on a motorbike. I mean 40 minutes, 35 and 38, no traffic. This is 30, but you don't have to deal with any of the traffic, you know, which makes a pretty big difference. Not having to deal with the traffic and all the nuisances of Saigon traffic. So I'll show you how all this works. They take Visa and MasterCard, so for me, I just scan my card Rooney on my Google Pay. Alternatively, you can use Apple Pay. I am going to purchase the 300K a month train package, so if they offer a yearly one, I'll buy that. Package. I'll be on this thing a lot. They're starting construction on the second line like tomorrow. That's because they're seeing the success of this line, so now they're gonna go hard. And they can see how it like changes the everything for the good. You're getting a lot more buzz through the city, and you're getting just more traction. You see a lot of people on here. Not right now, of course. It's 2:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. So we're gonna go to Vin Homes in District 9. Go take a look out there. How that's doing. They're advertising that you can take the metro there. So our goal today, on top of like the walking vlog, is to take this over to Soi Tin Terminal with a second to last and see if this deal has a bus that picks you up and takes you there, and how long it takes via the metro system commute. Currently there is no real information on taking the metro route to that area, to the new bin park, the bin, E9 bin homes, or the Beverly and all that stuff. Or additionally, going to take a look at a bunch of apartments over there too, so I'll price those out. I really do prefer the area out by the airport. One of my friends actually has an apartment out there. I bumped into her yesterday, so I might actually be able to take a look at the ones over by the airport as well. Those diamond, whatever, I forgot what they're called. So we'll wait for the metro to show up and then I'll turn it back on. Somebody's up here filming already. Got beat me. It's hard to get this filming spot without someone every time. This is the metro, so. Oh no, it's raining. The metro has problems in the rain. We'll see how she does. I didn't expect it to rain today. It's been looking like it's gonna rain every day, but it usually doesn't.
Đoàn tàu sắp dừng lại tại ga công viên Văn Khánh. Các cửa bên phải sẽ được mở. Ga dừng sau công viên Văn Khánh sẽ là ga Tân Cảng.
Still not rainy season, but that I can see a system right there.
Stopping at Văn Khánh Park. The doors on the right side will open. The stop after Văn Khánh Park will be Tân Cảng.
We've got to change plans today. Let's see. D9 was requiring us to walk outside a lot. Yeah, we got to change it up. Where shall we go? Okay, I know where we're looking to go.
Đây là chuyến tàu đi bến xe Suối Tiên. Ga tiếp theo là Rạch Chiếc. This train is bound for Sobriety. Next station is Rạch Chiếc.
Got a little crowd behind me, man. You gotta take turns. Be aware. I ain't moving long. I had to wait.
Ga dừng sau Rạch Chiếc sẽ là ga Phước Long. We will soon be stopping at Rạch Chiếc. The doors on the right side will open and the stop after Rạch Chiếc will be Phước Long. All right, a slight change of plan. We encountered quite a bit of weather and we need to do quite a bit of walking today. So as we were taking the subway MRT, we encountered quite a cluster of rain and I checked it. It looks like it's going to continue. So we're going to take the metro all the way back down from Thuduk into District 3. We're going to walk to a murder crime scene from last night. So we're getting back in the saddle because I'm about to be traveling, doing travel vlogging and streaming, so I'm trying to get more professional, so all this stuff just sharpens me up. Hopefully everything turns out good that's coming up in the future, so all I can be is super optimistic. So you can see the weather systems all around us. It's covering. There's just a storm front coming over here. Beautiful. So in the comment section, you let me know what you want to see as far as the content in Saigon. I'm not too worried about content anywhere else. I got that all covered. Like I said, we're gonna be traveling up until June at least. So let me know what you want to see. You can feel the rain moving in right now. And you can feel the temperature drop. The wind is picking up. So unfortunately, we got thwarted on our journey, but alas, we shall find something else to do. I'll see you guys at the next location. We are going to switch to the hat camera eventually. More train time. I do like the metro though. And for people that aren't here, they get to see how the metro operates. So
this train is bound for the
should take about 22 minutes. They still won't go by the trains fast yet for the like sonic boom that you get in like everywhere else. I think it's just because they're just, you know. I'll see you guys at the end of the line.
Các cửa bên trái sẽ được mở, ga dừng sau ba sông sẽ là ga lúc khác.
All right, 20 minutes later, we are at the last end of the line on the metro system here. Lots of chicks coming here to take pictures still. So if you want to meet girls, there's definitely a hot spot right now, the whole metro system. You just come walk around here, ask her to hold the camera and take a photo. There you go. Although that is a pretty cheesy pickup that the white guys love to use. These are all walk. Trying to get the ones with the escalators for people that I don't know why this one's closed. This one's stairs only. The escalator's the other side. 1 and 2 and 3. So yeah, as of today and yesterday, they have secured all the land. Let me just read the article so we can get some useful things out of this walking toward disaster of a day. Just land clearance for Saigon's second metro line connecting Ben Thanh and Tham Luang have been completing, paving the way for groundbreaking later this year. 1.9 billion over 11 kilometers. Well, let me get to the top. All right, we're up here. shoddy camera work. I'm doing 100 things right now. We're not that far away from where we gotta go, to be honest with you. There's an incredible amount of tourists out here. We got a lot of people here right now. I think now's the time when a lot of people come to Asia that save money, Southeast Asia. Kind of off season everywhere till like next month. So 2 Korean guys, again, a lot of the deaths lately have been expat on expat crime, but 2 Korean men got into a scuffle and the guy knocked him out and he hit his head on the ground and he killed the guy. Again, this goes to the reason why I don't street fight and I don't believe in violence. I'm a lover, not a fighter. However, I can defend myself, so we are told you so many beautiful white women. We are going to be training the boxing, and we'll be live streaming it too, so that'll be pretty exciting. I'm just excited to get going and get traveling and get doing stuff again. It's been like 2 years, almost a year and a half, where we've been kind of stagnant. So I'm excited to travel and get some new flavor on the channel. Should see a good deal amount of tourists. There's a Rolex video coming up. It's gonna be, I've been reshooting it. It's the first video like on this style video that's gonna have quality. So it'll come out eventually. And then I'll explain the whole Rolex thing as well. Like buying one. And how much you should pay and the different tiers. So that'll all be in that video. Probably come out in the next month. There's a lot of reshoots on that. So I want it to be a pretty good guide and pretty high quality. I mean, this is the best area to get a watch, believe it or not. Here in the Taka Plaza guide is a really good one. You can go for the super clones. There's actual like four shops for that, which I won't feature. The super clones we're not going to talk about because I don't even believe in buying an $800 fake watch. You know, a $50 to $120 fake watch, okay. But something like where you're in the 800s, 700s. Most of the super clones here start at 600 to 800. She's got an Audi. If you know, you know. This camera's got such a beautiful image. I love this Sony products so much better than everything else. It just doesn't look like AI. Like all the iPhones and the Samsungs and shit, they look like AI. They all look AI generated. Let me switch to the other lens. The main lens is a little bit sharper than the ultra wide. So yeah, they got into a scuffle up here. I'm telling you, I don't believe in violence. I'm not a guy like that. It's out to beat people up. It doesn't solve anything anyways. You know, people are not mentally stable. You know, if you beat somebody up, especially here like a Vietnamese or anything, they're gonna come back with 10 of their friends and fuck you up or find you. So I mean, it's never gonna end well. And people are more cowardly and less morally, you know, each year. So people are worse and worse. There's no need to fight unless you have to. Uh-oh. Where you go? That carbon fiber paid for by tourists. Where would they have gotten in a fight here? Oh, look at all the massage lights. Wow. This is... Somebody said you can't get full service here, but I mean, I don't know anything about this stuff. We cover those places in my Patreon. Oh, what's that towel? Oh, right there. Didn't even see him. They'll let you go in there and film if you give them money. You can make... Some guy made a video there a couple years back. His thing's giving money to people. It works, man. Just always be nice, give money away. And don't give people too much if you see too much. Always just portray one side of things. You get YouTube gold. Somebody rented, oh yeah, the Hung So, the seafood place rented this. They haven't really started construction yet, though. Another one of these like hot talks right here. Two of them down here. Again, I think some people said neither one of those are full service, so an FYI. And just hot chicks that like blow your hair out and stuff. I don't know. Again, I don't really know, for real. I don't dabble in the dark arts. Okay, we got about a 15-minute walk, 10-minute walk, I don't know. I'll walk all the way past this park. I think it's up here by like barbed wire and all that shit. With the investment of $1.9 billion, the line will span over 11 kilometers with 9 kilometers underground to connect the city center to the northwest. Access major roads like blah blah and blah blah. Construction is set to begin in December 2025 after multiple delays. Its final stop is the underground Bentham station in downtown District 1, which has been in use since last year to service line number 1. After 5 years of clearance, the site is now ready for construction. Saigon plans to expand its metro system to 355 kilometers in the next decade and 510 by 2045. Future lines will mostly be underground to reduce costs and align with transit-oriented development model. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I like the underground stuff way better anyways. I didn't know it was cheaper to do underground. I had figured it was way more expensive to do underground than above ground, but the more you know. So I was very shocked to see that when I read this article, that it costs significantly less to to use like the mine bore or whatever. I don't even know how they do it underground. I'll have to watch a video on how subways are made, but I imagine it's just one of those circular machines that like spits the gravel out behind it as it drills, and you just go underneath everything. But I don't know. Some things are simple like that. It's crazy. Like, I think a lot of the Elon stuff's pretty simple. Like, it wouldn't be the way you would think. Like, it's chopsticks catching a rocket right now, you know? In 2015, a 7-story office building with a basement was built at the depot, covering 17,000 square meters, supporting facilities at a cost of $173 billion. Vietnamese dong. Approved over a decade ago, Saigon's second metro project was usually set to be funded by official development aid, but the city has opted to finance it with its own budget. And that is the scene. That is that article there. So again, finally you're seeing a resemblance back to the way Saigon looked before COVID. The first time I've ever seen white people everywhere again in all the years since the return of tourism. So I think that's a pretty good thing for making money here. We're going to be traveling to a lot of hot spots in the next couple months, so we're going to do some comparisons. It should be pretty fun. I'm excited to go all places that we haven't been. So the 2025 is entirely places we haven't been. That's my plan. Korean man arrested in Saigon for suspected murder of fellow countryman. A South Korean man in Saigon City has been arrested in connection with the suspected murder of a fellow compatriot during a drinking party on Monday. The suspect is currently under investigation. Incident occurred early in the morning when a group of men were drinking on the pavement of Quintin Che in downtown D3. A physical altercation broke out between the two during the gathering, and the body of a Korean man was later discovered on the street with blood covering his head. Upon investigations, authorities determined that the victim had died from head injuries caused by a hard object. So when he fell on the ground. It's almost always how people die in these fights, on these street fights. It happens so much more than you think. So much more. That's why it's never too wise. Just walk away or be the bigger man and run away. The only reason I tried to bait that guy is to get him in trouble with the law. Can't go around stalking people and trying to grab their phone and break it and whatever else this dude's got cooked up in his head he's gonna do. The police identified another Korean man as the suspect. Following the altercation, the suspect fled to D7 and then traveled to Bin Dong province that borders Saigon, but was apprehended by the authorities. So that's where we're walking right now. I think there is some KTV parlor over there and stuff like that. Let's see how much further we gotta walk. All right, another couple blocks. We're almost there. 2 more blocks. What school is this? Some kind of vocational school. Or a coffee shop? Coffee shop. Nope, gym. A gym. This is like a typical Via gym. No aircon. Very, very. This even could be a YMCA, maybe, in the looks of it. So the one thing that I've always enjoyed about Vietnam is that our crime is not bad with expats, and there's not a huge amount of riffraff going on. You know, where people are getting arrested and people are killing each other, and there's somebody found like dead every week, which happens in like a Pattaya, however you want to say it, or Phuket, or Bangkok, almost nearly every week. So it does sadden me to see stuff like this going on. And, you know, the last death before this was a Japanese guy. So it was a Vietnam Jap. I think the last one, technically, actually before this, was a Korean guy killed another Korean guy, same way, fight, guy hit his head and died, and then he beat up his Vietnamese staff at a nightclub. So that was the last murder in Saigon, like 3 months ago. Wild, right? So the last two have technically been Koreans. That kind of shows you how powerful this place is with Korea, though. Really, who's coming here right now, though, is India and white chicks, wherever white chicks are from, coming here. I think Aussie. I hear a lot of Aussie, Euro babes. The Koreans have died off. We're going to go back to Da Nang soon, and we're going to really peel into living there and stuff. You know, I'm way more focused now that I'm not worried about drinking alcohol every day. This guy could have already made it by. Nobody even needed to move up. He could still go by. He's got like 4 feet on his right. It's a little loud, so I'm waiting for the light. Still people running it. That's one of the big fines too. 5.95% to park your money right now. Not very good. It's been as high as 9.5%. I've seen it after COVID, I want to say, and before COVID. So it is just disconcerting to see a little bit of riffraff going on here, but it's pretty minimal compared to Vietnam, or excuse me, to Thailand. It's pretty minimal. Like, I watch a lot of Thailand news. People are getting in trouble every day. People are dying there all the time. It's pretty wild. Okay, like 2 more blocks we gotta go. So, not this one, but the next one. I think it's by KTVs. To my knowledge, there's no bars here, or really anything a Korean would be at other than a KTV on Pasteur, or like off of Pasteur. So let's go take a look. They don't red tape anything, so there's no way to know where he's got the Farang Thailand hat on. I get it, it covers you from the sun and stuff. You just look so, you know, you don't look that cool. But it does protect you from the sun. I don't think it's cool enough either. I had all this stuff when I was in Florida and stuff when I was a kid. It's not comfortable enough. You sweat. Like for me, you sweat and then that like thing sucks the sweat into your body and it creates like a whole deal.
I just remember my dad.
I gotta start applying more sunscreen. Yeah, like where at would they fight up here? Calm. They don't say no thank you here. You kind of just sound stupid when you say come on, FYI. They never say lamb on, which is please either. Fucking like ever. Manners are not used, it's just already implied. 100%. Mannerisms are implied. and you, with your attitude in which you ask for something, would be your lamb on or come on. So the attitude in which you would use your Vietnamese would imply a thank you or a please, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, there's like, I'm telling you, there's white babes everywhere, dude. We're about to really travel somewhere where it's just pure white babes, from what I can see. I'm pretty excited. We're going to focus on places during their off season, at the end of their off season, rainy season, to maximize costs, because I'm fat and I'm broke. So we're going to go to places that are on discount, travel for hotel and for flight priority. We're not going to be in much stuff during the main season, other than I think we're going to be in Thailand for Songkram if everything works out. Maybe there's like a little going out area over here. We'll see what's going on. Just don't see nothing. I think, to my knowledge, just off my past knowledge, this is going to be a by KTVs where these Korean guys got in a fight. That's all that I know of that's over here. Admittedly, I don't go out anymore because I don't drink. So I mean, I know less and less and less about best bars and all that shit. I don't think we'll ever return back to the content. I just don't drink, so I got no reason to be in a bar to pay $250K for an overpriced drink. The other people that live here do it. It's pretty hot. Put some cheeks on her. A little bit of ass cheek. Ash treat. Okay. It's right over here. Motherfucker. Here's Starbucks. Layman Luxury Apartments. I've never even seen these. Didn't even see them now. We're at Luxury Apartments. It's alright. I think we walked in here. It was alright. They're kind of like Temu, I remember. We got the price on one of the streams, I forgot. There's Airbnb in here too. Like everywhere. Lots of people are trying to sell their units conveniently and everywhere. So right now there's like there must be really, here's how I can tell you why I think. I'm with a lot of the people that are like, until they change, they're never going to crack down on Airbnb. A lot of people are trying to sell their units right now. Now that they've come out with news that they're going to crack down on it, and like government said they're going to do something. So I think that they actually are, because usually everything comes like through the grapevine and ahead of time information. And it's usually, there's some truth and accuracy in some of it, but there is kind of a scrabble to sell property right now. Like just in the past 2 weeks, there's people trying to sell their apartments for taking a little bit of a hit to 10-20%. Every place I've lived though, the landlords said at some point that they're listing the apartment for sale. Every single place I've lived at, all four, except for the one, all 4 or 5, I can't remember how many now. Except for the one place, the Hanoi lady from the top floor in Vin Homes. She thought she was going to retire off that deal. Offered $12 million a month. Okay, I just don't see where. Oh, it's right here. So it's right here. Going to enjoy this street. Go somewhere on this street. I don't know which way. They said D3, but somewhere down on this street here. I haven't seen anything that looked all that Korean easy. There's some plastic surgery here. I don't see any clubs or nothing. I don't think there's nothing down here either. Let's walk down this way a little bit and see. Yeah, lots of plastic surgery places. Trying to see where there would be any area. Coffee shop. I almost don't believe the location. I know over here there's, I think this way's past Tor. I'll have to see, keep walking. I get all confused. I don't see where you would get into a fight here, but I guess. Didn't say the exact street, I don't think. Hold on. On the pavement, we're drinking on the pavement of Winden Chu Street. So they're drinking outside. So somewhere around here there must be, oh, they might have wandered off from one of the KTVs off a past tour. I bet you that's what it is. We'll take like a look around the block there. There's stuff around here for sure. Maybe the embassy or something? Something government. Oh, yelling at the guys to shoo away. Somebody's embassy. I think Japan's maybe. I forget. A lot of embassies in this area. D1, D3, a lot of embassies. I guess you live in the compound when you're like a diplomat. I don't know quite enough how that works, but something like that. This is whoever's the diplomat from whatever country this is their like compound. And then the country's like little sovereign nation inside. I could be wrong. This could just be a business too. Animex, whatever Animex is, could be just that. Yep. Some kind of business. I go by and walk by so much shit, I get everything confused. For sure. We walk too many places. Swear to God, that bush was talking. I don't really see too much of a place where you would fight. I mean, there's restaurants though. There's a Korean restaurant right here. Let's walk down over here. Pretty fly for a white guy. Hokkaido sushi. Very popular with the Vietnamese. I think they were probably drinking or eating. I know there's some KTV around here for Koreans only, so probably walking around this area, hitting up different KTVs, maybe ate some food, and got into a skirmish. Imagine killing somebody, bro. It's gonna fucking... They're fucked forever. Or you gotta spend the time in jail here. He's gonna have to do whatever they do with him here. But the funny thing is he'll probably get out in like 10 years. They seem to be less lenient on crimes outside of drugs. Drugs are the things that they are hardcore about. They're like killing some South African lady or something. I forget where she's from. French lady. For like 2 kgs of meth. They sentenced her to death. Poor lady. She's probably just trying to make calm. Come on. Probably just trying to make a little bit of money, man. And they sometimes fool those people. I mean, you're figuring out what you're doing if you're, but they fool them all the way up to it. You still got to make the bad choices, the person. But this is new. I don't remember either of these being here. This place is popular though, this hot pot. Latino Cafe Food and Beer. Does not look Latino. I think you just like the word Latino. Ciao. Oh, Family Mart. I'm gonna run these back on an hour. We're trying to run information, walking vlog, daily vlog, all the different stuff, so it's not just one video every day on YouTube. A lot of different stuff. We're gonna interview women about dating as well. I got a couple chicks that'll go on camera. Oh shoot, he's not fucking having it. He's like, fuck you, chow. There's some tourists over here. I walked this area after COVID, I think. Down in here. I don't know why all these tourists are down in here. Let's go take a look. Go down there. Trying to train my bladder too. Hold my urine longer. I seem to pee more now that I don't drink. So it doesn't even make sense. I'm pretty sure I can come off my blood pressure medicine altogether now. So I gotta get retested for that. Testosterone's back up too. Oh, we've been down here a bunch. We walk down the street all the time on stream. What is this? 1-7? Looks like a little karaoke in here. Yeah. Let's go back. I think you're going to see an explosion of people coming here though, man. Like I said, we're going to be going to a lot of different countries surrounding the area and other options of where people want to like live and move and digital nomad. And Saigon still hammers down as the cheapest. You know, it's argumentative if it's boring or not. But as far as affordability, it's hard to beat. And I like that it's not like completely washed out on white people. If we're going to be honest, I'm not trying to be negative, but there's just something about, you know, Thailand, Bangkok, and Pattaya when you walk out there, and there's just way more white people than there is the indigenous people that live there. That always blows my mind. So other places like that we're going to be checking out too. So we're going to go back to all those places. So I'm excited. %8 battery since we started like filming. It's crazy. I think you could film like 8 hours on this thing on a battery. It's just wild. Why don't they optimize their cameras like this? Either way, this was the best thing we got was the Sony camera for the live streaming and for the channel. It just sucks that I don't have two of them. Eventually, that's what I'm gonna do. Is the fold's all kinds of damaged. It needs repaired in multiple areas, and then I'm gonna sell that and buy an older Sony Mark V for like 10 million. They're starting to come down because either one of the phones are good for shooting videos. It's just a pain. I can't ever live stream when I'm filming. But although I can say the YouTube videos do come out better when you're not live streaming because you're not trying to do two things at once. So I'll say the same thing over and over again. There's just more money in streaming. That's why people gravitate towards it. That's why Chris Travels went full into streaming. Like just does the YouTube as just like an afterminder. Yeah. And of course, as ever, you know, if you want to support the channel in additional ways, just go on over to the Patreon. I hate that you have to talk about all this. I feel like everybody knows that they know they can go to Patreon, and people know that to smash the like button and comment. I want to move away from talking about all that stuff and just place cards for the stuff. So I think that's what we're going to do. But, you know, you start to research the people that make the most on Patreon and stuff, they're mentioning it all the time. Like, I'll tell you the truth though, I'm never gonna sell you Raycon headphones or earbuds. I get offers now all the time, more than ever now, because the channel has more growth than it ever has. Like, people are obsessed with looking at the video view count on my current videos and being like, you're not even getting 1% of what you used to. You know, all the new audience is from YouTube Shorts. So they're looking for me to live stream. It's as simple as that. And the numbers prove themselves when we live stream. There's 40 to 50,000 views per stream if it's 6 hours. That's pretty good numbers, man. And we're maintaining like 100 to 200 people chatting. And that's in like the base version. Once we travel and go to more destination based, we're just going to play to the strengths of what YouTube wants. Clearly, we're not going to collaborate with people. I don't play in the sandbox with others. I don't really want to, so I'm happy with doing things my way. The thing is, if we meet somebody that I want to make content with that I think's cool, we'll do it. Not to bring up Chris again, but that's why I made videos with Chris Travels, because I liked his personality for what we were doing. Maybe one day I'll make a video or stream with him again. I don't know. It's not. My priority is my sobriety and reeling everything in on a schedule. So trying not to talk about myself too much, which is what I'm doing right now. We have to be less personal. Just talk about what we're actually doing, the content. So on that note, stop talking about myself, Mr. Fats. This is like a YMCA youth center. It's beautiful. They've done a really good job on this. Once we replace this gimbal, we'll get an AI one with, it'll be better. But right now, everything we got is fine. A lot of trekking. We're gonna do a lot of trekking. A lot of outdoor stuff. I think the future of live streaming for me, I don't know about everywhere, but as the internet's becoming available everywhere, you know, all these other companies are gonna adapt Starlink-like technology too. So you won't need a Starlink receiver with 50,000 antennas in it in 2 or 3 years. They'll figure out how to jam that shit all on the phone. So every company will be slinging 100 megabytes around in satellite. And as you can get internet everywhere, I think like where it's at is gonna be, if you can keep the internet going, like actually climbing a mountain, like the Appalachian Mountains, or like whitewater rafting, and extreme outdoor and just good outdoor activities. That's just my opinion. Let me switch it to the ultra wide. You can see the differences too. This is a multi-directional microphone. It does not do the direction this way very well though. I think it's because of my case is damaged from the guy. So whenever I get a new case, I think that'll fix it. It smudged the microphone hole. We'll eventually gonna look at my face much more. Now that I'm looking much more better. You can see I'm dropping weight consistently. It'll be hard to not talk about myself. I didn't realize how much I talk about myself. Charlie. So the main thing is we're gonna travel a lot, and we're gonna pick up a lot of new audience. We're gonna do videos I only have interest in, and not do stuff that I don't want to do because it just comes over that way on the camera. So I wanted to do an hour and a half, 2 hours video today, like a real long one. I'm telling you, this phone, I'm gonna do a specific video. Like I'm trying to find a studio that I can go to film other stuff, but I want to do a tech breakdown on the Sony phone. It's all you need now. Like you can successfully take this phone and you don't need a laptop. You can use their built-in content creation editor software. It's the best video editing software I've ever used. Better than Adobe. It's better than all of them. It never crashes. They put a lot of effort into it, and it's super easy to use. Like, you'll see the videos are gonna get way better and tighter. Even on videos like this, I'll be able to edit through and pull out stuff and do tighter edits because it's so much easier for me to edit. Like whoever built the editing software on the Sony phone built it for a visual learner and for somebody that has like ADHD. Like it's hard to explain what I'm trying to explain right now, but there's just some software, like for example, when I made music, there's music software called DAWs, which is how you like make the electronic music. It's essentially music software that allows you to use a digital version of instruments and arrangements and all this stuff and metronomes and all the ones that were not visual. So like there's many different versions. There's the Apple, like GarageBand was visual, but then you stepped up to their Pro Tools, it wasn't as visual. None of them worked for me, but one called FL Studio that was all like visual. It used more visual cues and visual learning, and that helped me to learn a lot of shit tremendously. So the content creation on this phone's great. My Razer Blade laptop's smoked out anyways. I put a second battery in it. That battery lasted 6 months. It shorted out. It did battery bulge in like a 2-day period. The first one, the battery bulged over a long period. The second one, like 2 days. The battery burst in like one little area and spilled the battery acid like across the entire main board into the graphics card. Like it melted away the thermal paste for the pads for the graphics card. It meant I had to get all new pads. I had to redo all the thermal paste perma pads. I essentially took the entire laptop apart. I did like a level 3 repair that like even with YouTube most people is not gonna be able to do. And I got it back together and it works, but it's not portable anymore. It's so sensitive. You close the lid and you move it, it shorts back out. So and that's on borrowed time too. You could probably take it and send the main board out and figure out wherever the short is on the board with like somebody with all the testing equipment and resolder whatever capacitors maybe need replaced or whatever little chipset maybe that got damaged, or even maybe the connector itself for the graphics cards, which would require then a total motherboard replacement. So either scenario, it's not going to be fixable. So I no longer have a laptop, which fucking sucks, but life is what it is. I've got the fold phone, but the Samsung Dex is trash. But I think we'll be all right. Like we're going to be traveling, like I said, hopefully by next week, and I'm just going to take the Samsung Fold and the Sony phone and a gimbal, and that's it for the equipment. I'm not even going to take the microphone. Microphones are such a pain in the ass to use. For my style of content, you don't even need it. The microphone's plenty good enough on this thing. You guys let me know, what do you think of the mic? Like, it's such a pain in the ass to have this thing on, make sure it's in the right spot, make sure it's recording, sync the audio up, and the shit. It's a lot of additional steps for no reason. I think this thing does fine. Sony always has really good built-in microphones. It's like one of the things that they do. I think we're pretty deep into D3. You know, I fucking walked everywhere now. It's impossible to find new spots almost now. That's why we're wrapping up content here and then gonna make it tighter in travel videos, you know. I'm sure that there's 20,000 more videos in Saigon, but my creative juice is... Thankfully, I'm good at talking to the camera while walking around like this. So. Should be a government building up here. Yeah, I've been to this coffee shop. It's not bad. I'm sweating like a whore in church. It was really hot today until the rain front moved in. There was a barn burner earlier. Like a bunch of government buildings up here, if I remember right. Big cell phone repeater tower up here. My grandma died 2 days ago, which sucks. It's what it is, though. Things happen. Department of Tourism right here. Oh, Department of Tourism. Oh, it's a pretty big department. You'd think you would have activities almost there or something. Still getting the headaches. It's so weird, man. Didn't get headaches for 10 years straight while I was drinking, ever. And then stopped drinking, headaches. It's the weirdest thing ever, man. And it's been a long time now, dude. Like, I don't even touch booze now. Like, we're not even tempted to grab one. Like, I'm not even grabbing one on stream every couple of days. We're months past that even now. We're like a month past that. Starting to go in the rush hour now, I think. What time is it? Oh, yeah. 5 o'clock. So, I mean, clearly I can't not talk about myself. It's just something that we fucking clear up time with when we do these walks. So, yeah, my focus is to continue on the sobriety, travel to new places, and compare different places in Asia and Southeast Asia for people to live at. I'm going to try to encourage people to move this year. So I'm going to also figure out videos like that. There's also another series where we're going to be chasing the hippies. So we're going to start a series that does kind of investigative journalism, which is something I've always kind of been doing, that I've taken a particular shine to. So I think there's some content in going to like Goa and Anjuna and checking out the old hippie scene and see where that's at. Maybe go to like a Bali and check out the hippie scene there. Go to Da Nang, check out where the hippies are. You know, try to track and come up with a clever title name for that. I mean, sure, there's other people. Coming up with a totally original idea is whatever. But once I was researching Goa, I didn't know that that's where Anjuna is. And that's where like Anjuna Beats and like all the Above and Beyond guys, they came up with all that stuff when Psytrance and Goa Trance and all that stuff was coming up 10, 15, 20 years ago. I didn't know that was their original origins. So that initially sparked the idea for that. So we're going to start a series like that where we track down where Anjuna Beats and Above and Beyond started and where the rave scene on that kind of trance and where those hippies are, and where they're migrating to. Because when you're like that and you've got that clan, those people never change. I lived in LA and I was friends with burners and shit. They are always going to go back to wherever the hippies are going. So like whatever the destination is each year on their 2-month break or 2-week break or whatever it is, where they go do their hippie shit, they go. They're never going to stop doing that. So for a while it was Goa, and then for a while it was Bali. A lot of people are throwing around Vietnam now, but they're not really putting an exact name on it. You know, so Ubud, Ubud, and Indonesia too, and Bali gets talked about. There's lots of different places, so start a series like that in the next 6 months. I have interesting ideas like that, and then have those just be professionally edited. Stuff like this is always going to be raw. So just try to diversify the channel and then put out the content. YouTube is not going to be, well, it's not that they're not going to be happy, they're going to be scratching their head. Like, if you haven't noticed, there's a pattern of where, like, if someone's going to do clips and live streams on vertical, they'll start like a secondary channel and call it like a blah 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 clips and do all that off there so it doesn't fuck up with their main video algorithm. Because right now is what happened with us is we're at 98% of all discoverability from YouTube Shorts and vertical stream feeds. No longer for full-length, full-screen videos. So really the only people that are watching these videos right now are OG people that are subscribed and have the bell button set to all. And that's it. Like, there's like no discoverability with these videos. They're not putting me in an algorithm and putting me on a page to discover new. In fact, if you're watching this video for the first time as a new person, let me know in the comments. I bet we'll get almost no one because they don't push this in any way. Now, however, if I do a vertical live stream, which is what I'm in their thing now right now, they will push us everywhere, dude. We'll have 65 to 75 viewers in 10 minutes, usually. You know, and once we get streaming a week again, we get 100 to 200 concurrent, and as it goes into the evening, if I streamed at night, we don't even know what the numbers are on that because we haven't done it. Because I don't want to drink again. So we have huge opportunity to growth, but we just have to leave and move and get out of Saigon and do content everywhere else in 2025. We've done Saigon so much, we need to relax and let it just continue to do content here, but it can't be everything. All my people that do watch my channel that are still around are bored with what I put out right now. So I hear ya, we're moving, we're gonna get stuff done. Everybody's got shit going on in their lives, so I'm not gonna digress too much more on the bad things that are going on. We're gonna try to just have fun and get good content and good videos, so let's enjoy. These are probably my favorite videos to make though, is walking and talking, and once you get into the groove, it's awesome. I mean, we're in the groove right now, you know? And once I get into the dialogue, it spits. My whole thing is always slowing down too. Like, we can do so much better videos of the ones that are short, like the 10-minute information. If I do like an hour video like this first, where I've polished my dialogue over the hour or two as we've walked around, it makes an incredibly huge difference. We are coming to an end on this main video for the day, this walking vlog. I think we inked an hour out. We're gonna be heading over here to the new mall. They did a really good job on it. So I highly recommend that you watch the new mall video too. It'll be called Vincom Mall District 3 Major Redo. And that'll come out probably in 2 days. We're gonna be premiering the videos again too, so YouTube premieres are making a big comeback. We're gonna try to build the community, get the people back from the past that wanna be here, and that are okay with everything I've done, and move forward with all the new people. You know, a video like this right now, I would imagine most people have this on a TV or in the background while they're cleaning their house and doing stuff. Because that's how I watch these videos. My good friend over in Tokyo, shout out to Tikio Sam. If you're gonna be over in Japan and you think a little bit like me and you wanna see some good content, check out Tikio Sam, TKYO on YouTube, but same. Thought we did pretty good today. I think we got like about an hour, and we'll get this whole mall. This mall is dope. So get through the traffic here. Oh, he's leading. All right, if you want to lead, bud, you can lead. You can take the hit first, no problem. The other side. Walking across the street, you just go and they move around you. So we are back to a video every single day. We also have a YouTube short that I film while I'm out every day. So we're back to 2 videos a day. So there should be roughly around 64 videos a month. Plus, I think we're trying to hammer out a live stream schedule, so I'll have that out. The live streaming here is going to include working out and stuff like that, like going to the gym, boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training, getting in shape, stuff like that. We're gonna try to bring a variation of new shit every day, and try to plan out some kind of activity, even if it's inside of Saigon. These past 6 months has been good for me though. We've had the largest amount of growth we've had on the channel ever, and we've lost, I don't know, 10, 15 kgs, and I quit drinking alcohol altogether. So I'm mentally and physically healthier than I've been since I moved here. I weighed less when I got here, but I was drinking way too much even at that point, so. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're gonna be doing a lot of walking stuff. I think we explained a lot in here. Double tap that like button, subscribe, comment. There's a Patreon, of course, sign up for that. We're about to jump into this VinCom new mega mall. So make sure you watch that video too. Just make sure you let me know in the comment section what you thought today. As ever, thank you so much for watching, motherfuckers. Stay frosty, have a good one. See you on the next one, and peace out. If you didn't like the video, fuck off. I don't give a shit.